Our government has clearly crossed the lines, as you will see in these clips. No mention of the Constitution being broken, of no more Posse Comitatus. You will see how these reporters report on the military and police working together. And I want you to pay attention to how many times they use the words drill, training, or exercise. Again, listen how many times they say drill, training, or exercise. Why do you think they are using these words so much? Well, if you ask me, it's to get the general population used to seeing this kind of thing. Tell me what you think.
Just in, a military drill in downtown Miami, complete with these Black Hawk helicopters, elite soldiers, and police officers swarming the streets. It's kind of scary.
Alarming. We counted them, 7 Black Hawks thundered across downtown Miami. A rare sight indeed to see these Black Hawks weaving in between downtown Miami buildings. And what I can tell you, what we know is that this was a joint military drill with the Department of Defense and Miami-Dade County Police. The rest, we are told, is classified.
Helicopters and the sound of gunfire created a lot of concern this afternoon in one Houston neighborhood. This happened in southeast Houston around the old Carnegie Vanguard High School.
Loud gunfire, schools on temporary lockdown, helicopters flying over by air, but what looked like a dangerous situation all turned out to actually just be a drill.
They won't tell us exactly what they were doing here, only that they were doing a training exercise.
If you didn't know better, you'd have thought yesterday that something at the old Carnegie Vanguard School was horribly wrong. Unmarked helicopters flying low, men in camouflage with guns, and gunfire, or what sounded like it, eyewitnesses say, lots of gunfire.
Yeah, Dave, it was frightening for sure, and to some at nearby Roberts Elementary, so unexpected that the school was locked down for a short time until everyone realized it was a drill. With military helicopters flying above her southeast Houston neighborhood, Frances Geralds didn't know what to think.
You know, when you see this, you think the worst. Right. When you hear this, you think the worst.
And so she passed along her concern.
She told me, don't come home because it sounds like we're in a war zone. Guns shooting and helicopters flying around over the house.
The Army, along with other agencies, had taken over the old Carnegie Vanguard High School. There were armed men in fatigues, plenty of weapons, and what many thought were real live rounds.
I felt like I was in a war zone. It just was nonstop. So I was terrified.
Turns out it was a multi-agency training drill that Geralds wished would have come with warning.
They could have done a better job at notifying the neighborhood.
Still, if you've seen one of these drills, it really is like a scene out of one of those action movies, choppers stalking the sky of downtown Miami. Again, let me tell you what all of this is that we know of. It's a joint military training exercise involving local police, also military, as someone shot some video of some of these choppers, military-style choppers, flying over 395 in downtown.
Holy shit. All this machine gun firing hit the deck.
If you see military helicopters flying low over Minneapolis, do not be alarmed. They are training in an urban environment. The U.S. Special Operations Command will be conducting these exercises until the beginning of September.
Yep, that's the view outside my window. Oh, there's another one coming in.
A pretty scary scene along the Chicago River turns out to be a military training exercise.
Special military operation forces in conjunction with the LAPD conducting some military maneuvers that had many people wondering what is going on.
When a Black Hawk helicopter and 4 OH-6s, or Little Birds, flew over the city. Duran says the military picks environments based on what they might be facing in the near future.
Yeah, we train in the areas we plan to occupy.
If it's a mountainous terrain, then they go to mountains. If it's a desert terrain, they use the desert.
Also, what we saw here tonight in downtown Los Angeles has been seen in Miami and in Boston.
A pretty scary scene along the Chicago River turns out to be a military training exercise.
Quote, a routine military training exercise. You know what, there was a bland press release in early afternoon from City Hall that referred to, quote, a routine military training exercise. Well, there was nothing routine that folks reported about seeing the jarring, as they witnessed the jarring scene of at least 3 Black Hawk helicopters flying at times in close order formation.
Color of clothing they were wearing, it was frightening. I was definitely alarmed.
Watch out overhead today. Black Hawk helicopters will be sweeping over Denver. The Denver Police Department is participating in a federal disaster response exercise.
Here we are again, we're back for the third approach over the Citadel building. And there are two of them in the view here, but there's a third one that's coming shortly, I think, because I can hear it. And again, they're hovering very close. There's the third one just out of the camera shot. And you can feel the window rattling again from the thrust of the helicopter. There's the third one right there. The second one's behind the building. And now the second one is moving off to the east. And there's the third one coming out from behind the building. And now they're taking off as well. I'm told it's a training exercise and that they met with residents of the buildings, or tenants of the buildings, earlier today.
I have two words for you: predator drones. You will never see it coming. You think I'm joking?
Why don't you want to go secondary?
Maybe it's because I've just sat in traffic for the last 20 minutes and I'm already running late and I don't have time to stop at your Nazi checkpoint and show my papers today. You know, I thought this is America. I thought I had some freedom to travel unmolested, and I'm just trying to go about my business here. You know, I don't have time to play games with you guys.